Hello and welcome back to BDSM Advice with Midnight, the channel where we explore the skills and issues of the lifestyle to be able to find out how you can improve your spicy relationship. Today we're going to be going over 5 key qualities that help to improve your skills as a dominant. We're also going to be looking at some of the ways that subs can be mindful of these skills and how you can notice these in your vanilla lifestyle as well. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because that's how we make this bigger. And in this case, bigger is better. Let's get started. So the first quality we're going to be talking about today is seizing the initiative. You have to remember that subs are craving freedom from responsibility. Let's think about one of the more common examples of someone who is the boss at work, in their community, but when they come home, they just want to melt away and relax. They want to be able to enjoy life and not have the burden of responsibility. As DOMs, that is the skill that we bring forward to be able to seize the initiative on play, on suggesting ideas, even on the initial communication. Showcasing that we can take that initiative is going to draw people towards us. Think about in vanilla situations in community or other events where someone's going, okay, I want to start this project and I'm looking for people who want to help me grow with this. Being able to explain the project that you're looking to do, to be able to showcase your passion on that, and the fact that you are already taking some of the first steps to be able to make this happen is going to naturally draw in the submissive energy of other people to follow your own natural dominant energy. So if you're submissive and you're looking for a dominant, try to see those who are the first to get something started and not show the discipline to actually lay down the first couple of stones themselves. The next part is leadership. This is about creating goals, order, structure, and also being able to take responsibility as well. When you are being the dominant, being able to showcase that you can structure a scene, that you can help set goals for people to achieve. For example, even if you have no experience in, for example, rope bondage, being able to say, hey, I like rope bondage, I'm interested in trying it, I don't have any experience over here, but I would like to start working maybe with starting some rope cuffs, being able to build our ways to a simple harness, say a kimono harness, that sort of tie, and being able to see who is willing to be able to do that with you. Now, if you're more experienced, you might be able to immediately move into something more complicated like a TK chest harness, and then being able to show, hey, I want to be able to bring us to this level. So first we're going to start here, we're going to see how you're handling it here, and then we're going to move on to this final goal. This provides the order and structure that submissives can feel they can go into the flow and into the motion. And you're going to find that a lot of these qualities are going to flow into each other. Now, on top of this, it is important that you're able to take responsibility for the actions that go on in the scene, whether or not it's your fault. Being able to show that you can acknowledge where things went wrong and think about how it is that you can address these in the future is going to be able to show that you are a true leader. Because think about it, do we ever want to be around the guy who's like, well, you know, I'd be perfect, but if there wasn't for insert organization, person, or event, everything would have gone fine, so it's not my fault at all. That's not something that we like. That's not something that we look forward to as a positive characteristic in people. And this is going to reflect in the lifestyle as well. Even if something went wrong that was initially you thought might be out of your control, a pet ran into a scene, a car went screeching by, you can think about, okay, how can I reduce the chances of something like this happening? And being able to show that you're thinking and structuring your activities around this is going to be an inspiration to submissives as well. And if you are submissive, finding someone who can not only seize that initiative and start with a plan, but be able to showcase how they want to achieve these goals and can talk about it, that's again someone who's showing natural dominant energy. And if they can be responsible and look inwards to themselves on how they can improve, this is also going to allow them to improve in the bedroom as well, because you don't want to see someone who's going to be closed off like that. The third point is communication. And in this particular definition, we're going to be talking about the way that you speak. In particular, are you giving the details you need in your answers? We've all been there where we're responding to someone and you get messages like, yeah, Sure, hi, hey, how are you doing? These short form answers, they're infuriating to us. No one likes to hear that generic response. It doesn't invite, it doesn't create, it doesn't excite us for what's next. If you just say, yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to it. Your tone of voice, you should be able to describe the things with passion. And if you're not sure, take some time to practice. Write down, hey, I love spankings. I love this about it. I love the shape of the paddles. I saw this one really cool thing. Can you describe it in detail? Make sure that you're able to communicate those parts, because the devil is in the details. If you don't know how to describe a scene in detail, where you go, I would love to create a shibari scene, can you take it one step further? Can you talk about how you're tying? Can you talk about the safety in relation to it? Can you talk about what you saw in this one video in a book that you read, and relay that to your potential partner? Because that's going to tell them that you have passion and you've taken this a step further. The fourth quality we're going to be talking about is education. And this is not about being, the smartest kid on the block. This is not about the direct knowledge that you have. This is how you're educating yourself on your journey. Because it doesn't matter whether you're, a master in some particular kink or someone who's just starting off. The need to understand that there's always room to grow and there's always something new for you to be able to learn, even if it's taking the same thing that you've mastered into a different scenario, is going to be able to show that you can grow and that you have understanding of the subject matter. Because if you think there's nothing more for you to ever learn ever again, it already shows just how much you don't understand about the lifestyle. Now, how you might go about doing this is going to differ whether you are someone who's experienced or novice. Some key characteristics is sharing your knowledge, showing your growth, and doing the research. If you're new, you're going to talk more about doing the research, stating how you've grown, and then revealing that as your knowledge. If you're someone who's a little bit more experienced, you'll start with a baseline of knowledge that you already have, talk about a project that you're looking for or something that's going to be particular for them, researching how your knowledge can apply to them, and then being able to show your growth of how you're expanding your skills to accommodate their particulars. Again, starting off with, this is an example for myself when I was new in the scene. I had never done an impact scene before, but I talked about what I had read, what I was looking to do, some items that I figured would be good for enforcing more safety, starting off with the first time we were both going to be doing a scene about this, and about the communication that we were going to be using in that scene. While being able to show that I was self-educating myself before the scene began, not during the scene, is showing that I have the potential for growth. And when you're trying to nurture a spicy relationship, growth, novelty, these are going to be key things to be able to keep it going and develop the experiences that are going to create your unique relationship. So always make sure that you're focusing on your ability to be open to new experiences and being able to talk about how you've gone on that journey. If you are submissive when you're listening to people talk, see if they actually incorporate that growth. See if they're talking about the things, their new discovery, when they went on a trip or they tried something new. What did they experience about it? What did they learn? Are they sharing that with you? Those are going to be key signs that, again, they can demonstrate the ability to provide knowledge and education in the bedroom as well. And our fifth quality is talking about support, particularly support during the scene and the post scene. So when you're playing with someone, are you praising the things that they're doing successful in the scene? Are you letting them know when they're doing something that you enjoy? We're often not going to be publicly talking about the anxiety and self-doubt that comes inherently when we're exploring new partners. Am I doing this right? Are they enjoying this? Are they going to enjoy the particular way that I did this? Or they did something new, I reacted in a strange way. Did they like that? Being able to say things like, I really love the little squeal that you gave when I gave you a spanking. Do it again. I love how you told me that you really enjoyed this when I did X. Do it again. Oh my God, that felt great. I'm loving this. Keep it up. These positive affirmations are going to allow you a way, even as a dominant, to communicate during the scene, but flows within the nature of that scene. Post-scene, being able to talk about their growth, particularly in the aftercare when they've come back into themselves. being able to say, hey, I know last time we were only able to do this scene for about 5 minutes. We've done it for 6 minutes. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. So you have to remember, you have to put way more positivity into the scenes than the negativity if you want someone to feel like they actually belong with you. And when you're looking for a dominant, you want to be able to see, are they supporting the people around them? Do they have authentic praise for the successes of other people, and being able to take the small victories and balloon them up so that they feel real positive about themselves? Having that ability to be able to provide that support is going to make any relationship you have in life be so much better. The last part is your post-scene support, and I made this mistake when I was new. I went to a party, I met up with this person, we had a great time. We played for 6 hours straight. I miss the days when I was younger and had that much energy to be able to put into one scene. However, I had been raised in a scenario where you were supposed to be very self-sufficient. I didn't have to presume that things were good or that I had to talk about it afterwards, because obviously we enjoyed the scene, so everything was fine and dandy. And I saw that person 3 or 4 weeks later at the club, and I went to go talking with them, and they got cold. They felt like I ghosted them. While I didn't feel like I did, I did. And it took some time of self-reflection to realize I should have been talking to them more. Even though everything went fine, there were no complaints, how do I know there wasn't something else? How do I know that they didn't experience sub-drop? And that was a lesson that I learned, to be able to always make sure that I'm following up with someone within the first 24 hours of a scene, checking in to see if they're okay. Was there an emotion that they felt afterwards? And then being able to provide support, affirmation, future discussions on what it is that we can do to be able to work on this or grow more into that. So make sure that you're also keeping an eye open for, are people providing that support? Are they following up? Do they mention something that someone had mentioned last week in the office? On Friday, they're like, oh, I'm going to be going off to visit my family down south. And they come back in. Was someone asking them, how was your vacation? How was your family? It shows that they are able to follow up and they're taking an interest in someone. This whole nature of supportiveness is about showing your investment in your partner and an interest in their growth outside of what they're doing for you in the moment. So remember to develop these 5 qualities, and if you're submissive, look out for these qualities when you're trying to find someone who could be a potential dominant for you in a relationship. And I'll see you next time. Take care.